The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
He spins free. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
$12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, Justice.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Purdy
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Justice trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now a timeout called. By the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Love from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. To the air again, Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Darius Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Now Purdy. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
9 yards that time.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Love now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the running game with Swift.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Love, he's going to change the play here. Here's Swift.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. Touchdown, Browns! From 8 yards out, and the Browns have moved out in front.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete.
2nd down and 3.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Up the middle they go. Justice fighting his way through contact. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now an audible here into something else. Purdy now to throw.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Browns drive about to get started
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the jump. Here we go, Shaq.
Now Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw now, here's Love. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 17.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things over.
And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Go! Bravo 80.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing. Love. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to have another first out as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Darius Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy dancing to his left. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off enough. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Purdy from the gun. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 44,
Love.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
They'll look to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Love from the gun on third down.
Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
DeAndre Swift,
A 16-yard touchdown.
and the Browns might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Breaks through the contact.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Purdy looking to throw.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. Third down. Now Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Love now. Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards. Purdy. That's to Bowers once again.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Purdy now to throw.
Touchdown Raiders from 10 yards out.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Raiders 31.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
This will be caught at about the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get